All right. Welcome to another edition of the Council of Light channel messages. Just going to move my microphone a little bit. For those of you who are new here, welcome. My name is Laura West, and I am a channel for the divine. I'm also a psychic medium and an intuitive, and I am an energy healer and plant medicine participant. I'm a trained herbalist, and I work with essential oils. For those of you who've been here for a while, welcome back. You know the drill. It's time to settle in and get cozy as we partake in the knowledge that the Council of Light have to share with us at this time. I've been channeling this group of divine light beings for over a decade, and they come to us monthly with words of wisdom, and it's so needed at this particular time. Our immune systems are working overtime, and our emotional systems are working overtime, and our psychological systems are working overtime. And it's nice to utilize this time with their wisdom and their grace as a space to revitalize ourselves and rejuvenate. So let's begin. You may settle into your space wherever you are. You can put on headphones to listen to this, or at least find yourself a calm and quiet, cozy space. I wouldn't recommend listening to this in a meditative state while you're working or driving, but certainly if you're a passenger in a transportation mode, you may wish to bliss out. But for everybody else, just relax. You can lay down or you can sit up, and we'll allow the Council of Light to come through. So here we go. Greetings, dear souls, you bright, blessed beings on the earth plane. We see that you are in pain, and we see that you are suffering, and we see that you are feeling the effects of the negative quantity of accumulation. And we don't mean to startle you with this stark negativity, but it is an observation. We make this observation from up on high in the starry being sky. We are divine, and we are here in a light form. Individual, unique souls of God's source, angelic divinity that are tasked with helping humanity. We come to you in the colloquial we, and we cloak ourselves in the moniker of council because we are many hundreds and thousands strong in this group to which we belong. And we attach light to our moniker as well because we are actually a light frequency vibration. And we bring you good tidings today on this day of joy, this day of peace, and this day of harmony for you and your soul. You are all going through a massive evolutionary upgrade. There is a tightening and a squeezing and a throbbing and a pushing and a pulling of energy on that earth plane. We've spoken to you for years about walking around in pea soup. The energy there is very thick and very dense, and it is being manipulated right now like no other time that you have experienced in your human lives. This is because there is an evolutionary process of up-leveling, of mastering, of opening and expanding that is happening at such a rapid rate for all of you that you are being stretched and pulled and manipulated and moved and kneaded like dough in your psyche, in your spirit, in your soul, and physically it's operating through things like financial freedoms. We want you to know that this is not long lasting, and we want you to know that you will all, yes, all, each and every one of you, come out clean on the other side. For those of you who take the time to listen to spiritual messages such as ours, are the awake ones. You are the souls that are open to your divine source. You are the souls that are open to your divine power, and you are the souls that will move forward and make mountains crumble as you go. For some of you, it is status quo right now, and for some of you, it feels like it is very low. The financial burdens that are facing your economics of your societies are shifting and changing. If you are feeling stretched by the financial burdens that are crumbling or tightening around you, Remember that it is only temporary. You must return every day to your heart-centered breath, and you must breathe through the consciousness of golden divine divinity and light and source and connection to your spiritual sacredness. You must have an energetic frequency of belief that you will rise above. You must understand that the financial systems with their things called monies are a representation of an old paradigm. It is changing. You might be feeling the squeeze now, but it is not going to perpetuate in your life this way forever. Relax, ground, breathe. Send your energy anchoring itself into the earth. Breathe the consciousness of loving source, divine higher power into your mind and into your heart. Integrate that with the grounded energies of the earth. Continually do this on a daily basis to nourish and soothe and grow within your soul. You must be open to opportunities now. You must be open to taking left turns quickly. You must be open to doing things in a unique way that you never expected to do before. When something seems too good to be true, it's not. It is an opportunity from the sacredness of your life. It is the actual connected dots of all the powers that be working with you as humanity, helping you to move forward. Say yes to the almost unbelievable. Say yes to the opportunities that come out of the blue. Say yes to consistency through and through and through. For those of you who are in a status quo holding pattern with your financial well-being, continue to do so. For this is a time for you to not rock your boat. While we say this to you, we also wish to acknowledge that the same is true for you as the people we just spoke to. When you too see opportunity, say yes and take it. When you too see creative, spontaneous ways to grow in your stability with your emotional, mental, physical, and financial well-being, say yes to it and take it. This is a creative space and a creative time on the earth plane. Many hundreds of millions of thousands of humans are stuck in a fear-based space. You are not there. You feel the effects that are there, and you can sense and see that large body of collective consciousness of fear, but you do not need to be in that with them. Remove yourselves from that daily by working on your own peace and your own centeredness and your own connectedness. Breathe it through you. Trust that you are on a path to divine enlightenment. Ask for this consciously to come through every single day, morning, noon, and night. This is what we say. When you arrive at a place of knowing that the sacred spiritual is connected to you, and it is supporting you, and it is moving you forward and making decisions to support you in your financial and your psychological and your emotional and your physical well-being, you will be okay. You will weather these storms, and you will not let them affect you as much as they have been affecting some of you. You don't need to participate in the lack and the fear paradigm. You don't need to participate in scarcity mindset. You don't need to participate in conspiracy theory. You can instead focus on blossoming love and growing hope and growing peace and contentment in each individual mindful moment that you breathe your breath. For some of you, this is easy to do, and for some of you, it might be a new task. And we invite you to move forward through and through and through each time, each minute, each micro nanosecond, anew, anew, anew. We are glad to be here with you in this capacity, for we are always holding your hands and pushing at the backs of your hearts, not to push you forward in a malicious way, but to support you and uphold you. We come from a space in the light, and we are connected to the angelic God source energies ever so tight. We act as a bridge that communicates through voice boxes, such as the woman who is speaking now. And we bring you tidings of good joy and of calm serenity and of blessing. Feel now the vibration in your beingness that is shifting into a higher, more harmonious state of being as we speak our words to you. Feel now the impression of calmness and soothing peacefulness as it washes through your energy field. You have an aura that surrounds you, and the impressions of negativity and fear and lack and conspiracy theory are outside you. As they come near, you feel it in your aura, you feel it in your energy. It slowly seeps in and it begins to shift into your organs, into your heart center, into your mind patterns. And we speak an antidote to that. We speak a calming, soothing balm. Think of it like honey. Think of it like golden showers. Think of it like light, effervescent, as it washes through your entire being and it begins to nourish you from the outside, penetrating deeper and deeper to the inside layers of you. Through your energy body, through your emotional body, through your physical body, through your etheric body. All the parts of you that are wonderful and beautiful and harmonious and glorious and sourced from the God source deserve to feel balanced. It is your right to feel harmony and peace within and without every day and every night, inside yourself and outside yourself, all around you in the constructs of your life. The woman that we speak through the voice box of here is a good example of how this is possible for you. She has been carried and buoyed by the spiritual, sacred, divine in her life for many, many years. And so she has trained herself in her mental, emotional, mind capacities to look for opportunities when there is strife. She doesn't take advantage and she doesn't overshadow others, but she always keeps her eyes on the prize of grand, great, divine harmony with peace and joyful abundance. And it always flows. She has shared many specific examples of this in her personal life, and you can ask her to do so again, and she will gladly share with you at another time. But we bring this to your consciousness as an illustration of a point that is physical in your reality of success that we are trying to make to you in parable now. You all are capable of grand things during this time. You all are capable of success in this time. You all are capable of well-being in this time. It is your right to thrive in your life at all times. It is your right to be connected to the divine in your lives at all times. Breathe through the connection from the divine into your mind and into your heart. Feel as it swirls through your blood system, through your muscular system, through your skeletal system, through all the fibers, all the connective tissues, all the neurons firing in your brains, and know that you are filled with the great and powerful source of all that is. We don't say this to you to aggrandize you and give you full heads to make you think you are full of quote unquote power in an egotistical way. That is not our message here today. Instead, we remind you that it is time for you to stand in your own greatness, in your own authentic power, in your own grandeur, in your own light, in your own space of divinity, ever so right. When you do this consistently, day in and day out, the frequencies that you reside in on that earth plane begin to change. You notice that there is a harmony and a peace and an ease and a grace that is consistent throughout every day, no matter what is happening pain and strife-wise around you on the earth plane. You must train yourselves to witness the sorrow and the suffering and the lower frequency vibrations of others while not passing judgment and not attaching any energy attention to it of your own. You must learn to separate yourselves from that lower base frequency of negativity. It is vast and it is strong and it will pull you down and it will make you suck into the void of despair if you are not careful. We do not say this to you as a dire warning. We say this to you as a reality of how that energy works. It is thick and it is dense and it is soupy, and it is very easy to get stuck in it. Cultivate the practice of rising out. Cultivate the practice of being in your centeredness. Cultivate the practice of being in your divine flow, day in and day out. With each breath that you take and each beat of your heart, know that you are always, always being presented with opportunities to connect to your divine flow. Seek out the sources on the earth plane, such as the woman who we come through the voice box of, we will say again. There are many people that are helping to support you through practice and guidance, and you are here now practicing and being guided. Utilize these tools day in and day out, over and over and over. It is not something to take lightly. It is not something to say you are already proficient in, for let us tell you that you are not. When you feel strife, you are out of alignment. When you feel fear, you are out of alignment. When you feel the grip of financial scarcity from the earth plane's human consciousness, you are out of alignment. There is nothing wrong with you, but you need to practice getting back into alignment. Harmony is yours. Peace is yours. Abundance is yours. The mental, emotional, spiritual miracle mindset is yours at all times. And we are here today to remind you of this. You have the right to be a great divine being. You have the right to financial freedom. You have the right to be content and joyful and peaceful at all times. You have the right to let abundance flow through your life freely at all times. It is very easy to allow these things to begin to percolate and come through. It is very easy to allow these things to be able to message themselves to you in the forms of micro actions, connected dots, aha moments, miracle experiences, which we will tell you are average, extraordinary experiences where we come from. The miracle moments that some of you consider to be rare on your earth plane are actually realities for many human beings who are tuned in and connected at all times. And you have the ability to be there too. There is nothing special about this place that we come from, and there is nothing special that you need to do other than to cultivate the mental, emotional, and physical and psychological mind to be there all the time. Turn to the experts, turn to the people who are offering guidance. Come back to these meditations that we offer you day in and day out and listen over and over and over and over and over until you eat, sleep, think, breathe, feel that this is your new normal. This consistency, this paradigm, this openness to light and harmony and joy and peace is yours. It has always been yours since the day you chose to incarnate as a human being until the day you enter back into your spirit self. And you will enter into your spirit selves knowing that you are freer and more connected than ever before. Congratulations, human beings. You have taken a great risk of being human on that earth plane, waffling and wading through the energies of the dense earth plane. You have chosen to be brave. You have chosen to experience the energies of suffering and sorrow and pain. It is a contrast to the spiritual effervescence that we speak of here. And although you bump up against suffering and sorrow and pain in your lives, we remind you that you don't need to get stuck in it. You don't need to wallow in it and get mucked in the mire of it. Allow yourselves to believe that you are great. Allow yourselves to believe that you are worthy. Allow yourselves to believe that it is true for you that you can move forward into harmonious grace and gratefulness for your own perseverance and your own lives. Keep these words close to your hearts. Hold them every day. Partake in them, breathe them, drink them, soak them in like rays of sun. For you are the divine ones. You are the woke ones. You are the connected ones. And we salute you in exaltation bringing you now a great golden blanket of light, wrapping it around you ever so tight, holding you and keeping you and sustaining you, nourishing you and breathing the vibration of pure effervescence through your entire being, until we are to meet you again, to remind you that you are a great and glorious being in a human experience on that earth plane. Congratulations for being here today. Congratulations for arriving in this way, to be reminded that you are worthy of joy and comfort and peace and freedom and alignment. Breathe the aligned energy through you now in a great, glorious, deep breath. We thank you for listening to our message today, and we bid you adieu, goodbye, and namaste. This is Laura coming back now, inviting you to wiggle fingers and toes. Give yourself a little stretch, opening your eyes if they were closed. Giving yourself a great hug. Feeling compassion for self. And knowing that you are always able to tap into this divine space. And of course, I'll remind you that if you'd like any help from a human experience, I'm always here for sessions and for coaching work. You know where to find me on my website. You can just reach out at any time. I'm always available. And I wish you well. Namaste.